my name is Diane, and welcome back to My Pink Bathtub. There are no bathtubs here. Well, there's bathtubs, there's no pink ones, but I'm coming to you from the province of Manitoba, smack dab in the center of Canada, where we have finally experienced spring, but then yesterday we had some more snow and ice, so luckily I can announce that the robins are out. Wow, it's kind of been a real quick week over here. We were both a little ill for a couple days. I had some sinus stuff going on and Hubs had a cold. So we were lying around a lot and resting and still knitting, I have to say. And we decided to watch a film, which was epic. Elvis Presley in concert. Have any of you seen this? At first, when we started watching it, we thought, is this AI? So I Googled it and, well, AI told me it wasn't AI. It is a film by Baz Luhrmann, and it is all these lost footage clips and interviews that got intertwined together by him to make this wonderful film. And man, we really enjoyed it. So much so that we kind of went down the Elvis rabbit hole and started watching old concerts and footage of him. So since Epic, the film, we have seen the 1968 comeback concert, Black Leather Elvis, the 1973 Hawaiian concert live, over 40 countries, 1 billion people saw it. And of course, we wanted to see his final concert that was filmed in '77, just 6 weeks before his death. Me being a librarian got me really looking up a lot of information about Elvis. And I always wondered, did he ever perform in Canada? Well, he did, but only in 1957. He went to Toronto and Ottawa in the spring, and then in the fall he was in Vancouver. And after that, he never left the United States to perform. I also looked up what is the average price of an Elvis ticket in 1970s. And it ranged anywhere from $5 to $15. And many of his concerts, like the Hawaiian one, raised money for charity. But I think, the Colonel probably got his coffers because he charged all these different networks when they put it on live. But I don't know. I wasn't there. What is your favorite Elvis song? Mine is definitely In the Ghetto. It's just my fave. That's my song. Anyways, as I was watching Elvis, I was knitting on that brown yarn, Plymouth Select yarn that I shared with you, and I had 4 hanks of it. There was 109 yards per hank, and this is how much I have left. I did get 3 pairs of mittens done. Now I was going to sit on the mittens and wait and see what I was going to make them into, but I just decided I'm going to make something that I've made before, and that is teddy bear mittens. I found these great buttons for the eyes at a thrift store. It was a big bag of buttons for $1, total score. This is my go-to pattern for an adult size mitten. It is Bella's Mittens. It's a free pattern. I'll link it below. I shorten it and start at row 24, and then I make my own design for the animal. So this will get used on little features on other mittens in the future. And I finally finished something for April. If you go back to my Christmas in July episodes of last year, I share a lot of how to do the features in various episodes of different animals, if you're interested. I also finished the body of my love note. Now, last week, I tried it on and it was rather cropped, but it was rolling up. And I did a couple more rows, and then I started the short row shaping for the back, and then changed my needle size to the 5mm for the ribbing. I did 5 rows of ribbing, and then I used my 6mm needle to cast off of it so that it was rather loose, and I'm happy with it. You know, once it's washed and blocked, it's going to be a bit bigger, which is perfect. And because this yarn is a superwash yarn, it will probably grow a little bit over time. I'm still fairly new to dealing with beautiful hand-dyed yarn and garments, so we'll see how this goes, but here's what it looks like currently on me. I finished one full hank just before the ribbing, so I have a lot of yarn left, and I am thinking I want to do a 3/4 length sleeve. Now, I haven't really looked at the instructions for the sleeve yet. My goal this week is to work on one sleeve and see how it looks. Maybe I'll get the whole thing done, I don't know. However, yeah, I'm thinking 3/4 length, kind of like the shirt I had on underneath this. I like the length of that. And because it's airy and light, I think it'll be really good. I don't know if I want to do a super tight sleeve. I might just leave it loose. But again, I have to work on it and try it on. But I'm very happy with it so far. Something exciting that happened to me this week is I won a prize. I won a prize from Karen from Bobblehead Knits. Now, Karen and Mandy from Mandy Von Knits are doing a year-long mal, and it is basically anything that you make, either knit or crochet, with yarn from your stash. It's called the Stash Smash 2026, I believe. I will leave the information below to their forum, as well as I will put both of their channels below for you to check them out. They each have a Ravelry page going, and I'm not a big Ravelry girl to the point of having to put everything in to create photos so I could share them on. I don't have enough time in my day. I don't. And because I'm making things for market and everything, I feel like it's really repetitive. So I was just sending Karen directly photos to put into the Ravelry thread for me. So thank you, Karen, for doing that. She randomly did a pick from all of the selections, and wouldn't you know it, she landed on my pink sock monkey. So I won some yarn from her. And she's mailed it out. Now, she recently went to a trip to Ireland, and it's yarn from Ireland, so I'm very excited. 2 hanks of bulky weight, which will either be mittens for myself or maybe a hat and mittens. I don't know yet, but thank you so much, Karen. I'll share the yarn with all of you once I receive it. Thursday morning, Hubs and I were making breakfast. This was probably around 10 a.m. when there was a knock at the door. Now, people don't usually knock at our door out of the city like that. So when he went to the door, a gentleman told him that they were missing a dog, and to keep an eye out, they gave us a little flyer with a picture of the puppy, and wouldn't you know it, it's a wiener dog. I think 2026 is the year of the wiener dog for me. Well, we had this flyer, and Hubs was quite beside himself. He really was. I went for a walk that day to the mailbox, and I was calling the dog's name, Lexi. Now, she had been missing since the night before when the gentleman came to the door, so it was like 13 hours, and it was getting to like -degree temperatures out here. I later learned from our neighbor that she is a 4-year-old dog that came from Alberta, that the family had recently got her, so probably not very familiar with the area. There's been foxes and coyotes and wolves spotted in the area over time, and it was quite concerning. There were people driving around in their vehicles, like calling her name. I walked around calling her name. And there was a Facebook group. Now, I've just recently gotten back on Facebook temporarily because I'm looking for a car. So I went to our local area's Facebook group and asked if there was any update, and there wasn't. We were quite concerned. We really, really were. The fact that she was adoptioned and everything else really just kind of tugged at my heartstrings, I have to tell you. Well, I'm happy to say that we got up in the morning and she was found at midnight, thankfully. I don't know the details, but my goodness, it really put a little wrench in her week over here, worried about this little doggy. I started another project. I just randomly started it. It was something that was on my list to do that, there's so many projects. I keep forgetting all the things I want to make. And this is a favorite of mine that I'm going to be making two of, one for myself and one for my friend Dude. Not that we wear the same clothes all the time. But this was the library card vest. I bought the pattern a while ago and I bought the yarn, and I decided I want to make one for myself and kind of go through all the hills and valleys and problems that I might encounter. And then I want to make one for her after my skill set is very good. So I started one for myself. I know I really should be concentrating on market knitting, but squirrel, I saw this pattern and thought I better start it. And no, I didn't do a swatch. I know I should. I did check the gauge since I've started it. Now this one is for me to do the vest itself without finishing the features. Then I'm going to do her vest, make sure she tries it on and it fits. Then I will practice the duplicate stitch, which is the part with all the lettering on here, on my own vest. I will master that, and then I will do it on her vest. So it's going to be a bit of a work in progress. I would start it. I've never knit myself a vest before, so it should be interesting. And this is how much I have done. I know it doesn't really look like anything, but this is the back. And I've been following the pattern. Now I am supposed to pick up the stitches. It looks like this, so this is the part I've done. Then we're going to end up joining it all in the round and knitting in the round. But so far, I'm really enjoying it, and I like the colors. Now, I had purchased specifically for this project last year some Maxim Mellowspun DK. It is very, very soft, and I wasn't sure how it would feel to work with. Really liking the drape. This is a paid-for pattern. It is by Pretty Grandpa. I will leave the link below. Now, there is a little bit of stretch to it. I've checked the gauge 3 or 4 times. At first, I thought I had 1 extra stitch in 4 inches. Then I thought I had half an extra stitch. Then it seemed like it was bang on. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do this and see how it fits me. So this is another one I am going to be just tootling along with, and my goal is to have it done by June. So thank you for joining me today to listen in on my randomness of this week. When you see robins, you know you're on the upswing with the weather, and I don't know. I'm just hoping that the universe is going to send me a great car that I can buy. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place to take my time and hopefully find something that's going to work for our family. I'm going to end this with a little bit of Elvis taking us out. And until next time, my friends, be well and bye for now. Diane has left the building.